Good evening, good evening, good evening. Let me just look down and see what we got here. Okay, looks like I'm live. How's everyone doing this evening? Let me just switch this over here. Okay, I'm trying to see what it's doing. I want to make sure that I'm actually sharing my screen with you all. While I wait on it to switch. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, hello, hello, hello. I'm just going to adjust it a little bit here. Oh, no, I don't. We definitely want it to go up. Okay. So what you're looking at here is AQueen's Roundtable Quarterly Symposium, titled All About the Business. It's going to be happening May 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th. So you want to definitely mark your calendars. You want to mark your calendars. You want to be able to participate in this summit. If you are a coach or a consultant, this is where you need to be, ladies. Okay, let me go ahead and share this out. Actually, let me just get out of this screen here. I'm trying to do multiple things here, so just bear with me, please. um, okay, so tonight I'm going to talk to you all a little bit about this summit and to basically let you know why it is extremely important that you participate in this summit. Okay, no more, no less. Real talk. Real talk, real talk. Let me go back to my other part here. So let me take off the screen share just for a moment. So the reason this is important is because if you are an African American woman and you have a coaching and or consulting business, this is where you want to be. Okay. Now think about this. This is with all of this virus, this Rona, COVID-19 going around. We need to make effective use of our time, right? We need to be productive. And part of that, part of being productive is being able to get in as much knowledge and tools and techniques that you can. Now, of course, a portion of it is actually taking that information in, but also you have to know what to do with that information, right? You got to know what to do with it. So I don't care if you just recently started your business, if you are, I don't know, 6 months in, if you're 5 months in, whatever the case is, right? There is something for everyone at this particular summit. Now, we gear it towards coaches and consultants, but a lot of the information can be utilized for, just someone that's in business, regardless of what type of business you have. Because the presenters are actually going to, brace yourself, they're going to be speaking on business strategies, mindset, spiritual health, mental health, right? So the thing of it is, whatever you have going on in your personal life is going to have an impact on your professional life. Whatever's going on in your personal life is going to impact your business. We might think that we're really good at compartmentalizing things, but it doesn't work like that. Eventually, whatever's happening in your personal life, if your personal life is not right, is going to have some sort of a negative impact eventually on your business, right? And you don't want that. And a negative impact could show up in ways like not being consistent, right? It could show up in ways by you second guessing yourself, like having a lot of negative self-talk, a lot of that negative or self-sabotaging behaviors, right? Because that negative self-talk ends up leading to self-sabotaging behaviors. So it could show up in a lot of different ways. It could cause you to become immobilized, right? So that's why it's always important to have your physical, mental, and your spiritual health all accounted for, right? Because everything has to be in balance in order for you to be able to show up consistently, boldly, authentically as who you are, right? And to be able to attract your ideal client to you. So what's different about this time around, I'm actually, let me just pop this up here. Give me 1 second because I actually forgot I want to do a video for, maybe I just put it over here. Okay. So, all right. So here's the thing, y'all. This summit, usually I have all women speakers, right? All women business owners. But this time around, I'm going to have a couple of men that have actually agreed to participate in the summit. So this is going to be a little different. We're going to kind of mix it up a little bit. But the one of the gentlemen that's going to be speaking, he is actually the founder of the Black Speakers Network. So he's going to be talking a lot about being a speaker, and different things that you would need to know in order to actually get booked for speaking engagements, right? So if that is part of what you want to do, part of your vision, then you're not going to want to miss this presentation. The other male that's going to be speaking in the summit, he's actually a biblical poet, and he's going to be talking about change. Actually, I believe it's two people that's going to be talking about change. Okay, so, and especially with everything that's going on now with this COVID-19, a lot of us as business owners are finding ourselves kind of in uncharted territory, or where we have to pivot, right? We have to pivot and do something different, right? Because the only thing that's going to be consistent is change. If we don't know nothing else, we know things are always going to change. And our world looks completely different now than it did 3 months ago, right? And it's going to look completely different maybe in another month or 2 months or 3 months. So learning how to effectively pivot and so forth and deal with change is going to be extremely, extremely important, especially, like I said, with what we're going through right now, and it's just in general, just in general, change, because a lot of us, or at least I know I hear a lot of people say this, a lot of people don't like change, right? A lot of times people get stuck and they get stagnant and they become complacent because they don't want to deal with change. They don't know how to effectively deal with change. Okay. So like I said, those two particular presentations on change are definitely going to be something that you are going to want to be there for. Okay, so, and the other presenters, they're going to be presenting on a range of different topics. We have individuals that are going to focus on mindset, right? Going to talk to you about, transformation, about how to basically how to keep yourself motivated, right? And all of these different types of strategies to help you build up a business success mindset, right? To help you with that mental health piece, the mental health and the spiritual health piece of it, because it all starts from up here, right? Whatever types of thoughts we have is what we're going to end up manifesting in our lives and in our business, right? Or in our business, which is going to also impact our lives. So mindset. So we have a few people that are going to be talking about mindset. So again, as an entrepreneur, you know how important it is to have a business success mindset. You have to have that mindset of you are going to keep going no matter what, right? There is no second guessing yourself. You gotta go with your gut. Sometimes you just have to go with your gut. And some of us are better at doing that than others. Some of us have to learn that. I'm one of them. But once you learn to trust in yourself, right? If you have a feeling or you feel led to go a particular way, then you need to listen to that. Stop all the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, maybe this, maybe that, stop all of that and just go with it, right? But like I said, some of us, that comes easier for some of us than others. So there's going to be a lot of work around mindset, around having a lot of work around mindset and having a good mindset or having the right mindset in order to be able to continue to grow your business. Because the mindset that you had maybe when you first started your business is going to be different than the mindset that you'll need to have maybe a year in or 2 years in, right? Because things are always changing. You're learning, you're growing as a person, as an entrepreneur, right? But you still have to be able to stay mentally sound and be able to have good mental, physical, and spiritual health. So we're also going to have individuals that are going to talk about self-care. And we know how important self-care is when it comes to mental, physical, and spiritual health. So I have to bring that part up. When we talk about mindset, I have to talk about self-care. We have to talk about self-care, and especially for us as women entrepreneurs, because a lot of times we end up leaving ourselves out of the equation. And if we do that, right, if we leave ourselves out of the equation, then how can we show up consistently, right? How can we show up boldly? How can we show up authentically? How can we show up with intention, right? If we don't practice good self-care, if we don't replenish, how are we going to be able to continue to show up? You're not going to show up consistently, or you're not going to show up fully. You're going to be kind of half-assed, if you will. You know what I mean? Because you can't keep pouring from an empty cup. Right. Oh, hey, how you doing, Tanya? Right. Driving on empty. You cannot keep pouring from an empty cup. And the thing of it is, I think a lot of us get so involved in our grind that we don't really think about it. We just kind of think like, oh, well, I'll do it. I'll get around to it. I'll do it. I'll get around to it. And the thing of it is, we don't get around to it. We end up just pushing it, putting it off, pushing it back, and we don't properly care for ourselves. And when we don't properly care for ourselves, our physical health suffers, our mental health suffers, right? Physical health, mental health, and spiritual health in a lot of situations, and that negatively impacts on how you show up in your business. And if you don't show up right in your business or show up consistently, right, then what type of an impact is that going to have on your business? It's not going to be a very positive impact. Okay. Throat's getting a little dry. So mindset. So like I said, if you were headed down that track and you want to get some different tools and techniques for how to be a booked speaker, like I said, we have a young man that is going to speak to that. We are going to have a lot of individuals that are going to be speaking on mindset. Like I was just talking about that mindset work. We also have some individuals that are going to be dealing with more spiritual alignment. So we have either two or three speakers that are going to be specifically gearing their talks towards spiritual alignment. And again, with everything that's going on, right, we need to make sure that we are appropriately or properly aligned, right? Again, with, like I said, we don't, this is what we're looking at, what we're facing today is so different from the beginning of the year. It's like we don't know when things are going to quote unquote, return to normal, so to speak, right? So that could mess with you or throw off, shall I say, your spiritual alignment. So we're gonna have a couple of, at least two speakers that are going to deal with spiritual health. And what was the other one I was going to say? Oh, I can't leave this one out, the business strategy part. We're going to have some ladies that are going to talk to you specifically about how to build a coaching business, how to build an online coaching business, right? Let me say that again. How to build an online coaching business, from the ground up. So we're going to have a young lady that's going to speak on that. And it was something else. We're going to have someone talk to you about how to attract your ideal client to you, right? How to attract your ideal client and at the same time repel those who are not for you. right? To be able to repel and attract all at the same time, right? But it's a strategy to it. It's a method to the madness, so to speak. So we're going to have someone that's going to speak on that. So we have someone talking about the basics of building a business up, a coaching business from the ground up. Someone's going to talk to you specifically about strategies in terms of drawing your, like how you show up, drawing your ideal client to you. We have a young lady that's going to talk about boundaries, having appropriate boundaries and why that's important, and how if you don't, how that can also have a negative impact on your business. We are going to talk, yes, whole life success. I like that. Yes, whole life success. Because again, if the principles, you can apply those to your business, whether it be to your personal life, to your professional life, just in life in general, right? To be successful in life in general, to continue with personal and professional development, right? You can apply all of these different principles. And that's what knowledge is all about. It's about actually taking the information in. I went over on my time on my video. So by taking the information in and actually being able to apply it. And a lot of times we get on information overload, with everything being online and so many different people shooting so much different information at us, that sometimes we get the information and we sit there like, okay, what do we do now? What do I do now? What do I do with this? So it's good to have an opportunity to be able to gather that information and to be able to understand how to put it into practical use. Okay. And so that's a little later, because we also have, if you upgrade, you will be able to partake in a networking event where you get an opportunity, via like a Zoom platform. I don't know if I'm going to use Zoom, but you'll get an opportunity to be able to network with the speakers and to be able to ask questions of the speakers. Because, sometimes you might hear a presentation and it was phenomenal, it was wonderful, but it's just what that one question, that one, tie in, if you will. You ask that one question and you're good to go. So that gives you an opportunity to be able to network and to be able to ask questions. To be able to network with all of the speakers and to be able to ask questions, as well as network with some of the other participants. Who knows? You might collaborate at some point later on down the line, even if you don't, hire someone to do a particular service. You might be collaborating with that individual later on down the line. You never know. You never know. So that's a unique piece in reference to this summit, is at the end you have an opportunity to do that. But let me back up. I didn't want to get on that point just yet. But so the last thing I was talking about was in terms of the business strategies, in terms of helping you be able to show up authentically, to be able to attract your ideal client and repel clients as well, right? And we have the young lady that's going to talk about how to build a business up, start your life coaching business from the ground up. We also have a young lady that's going to talk about launching a program. Okay. And a lot of us do that, right? Whether we're launching a podcast, whether we're launching a webinar, I don't know, maybe a group coaching program, radio show, whatever it is, right? So that's going to be like specific, like, okay, let me get my notepad ready, for the different tools and gems that she's going to drop, so that you can prepare for your launches to make them as successful as possible. Okay. So that gives you a little bit of an idea about the different pieces that are going to be talked about during this 4-day summit. Okay. So again, when you think about this A Queens Roundtable, all about the business, it's all about the business, and it's all about helping you to be able to create, or to be able to appropriately align your mental, physical, and spiritual health. And icing on the cake is being able to give you practical tools to utilize to be able to scale your business in the way that you want to, right? Whether it be launching that program, whether it be getting, 20 speaking engagements lined up for the rest of the year, right? Whatever your long-term vision is, these young ladies and gentlemen will help you get there. It's okay to be at a point in your business. And sometimes this happens where you start out, you grow, you change, you kind of shift, and it kind of leaves you feeling like, I'm not really quite sure, how I want to proceed right now. I'm not sure if this path is for me, this path over here. And we all have that. But that's why this is an excellent opportunity, because it brings a lot of brilliant minds in the industry together on one platform over the course of 4 days. And you can get a wealth of information from each one of these speakers as based on their professional experience as well as their personal experience. And that can help to guide you down the correct path. It could also help you to become more innovative, to maybe come up with some different ideas or some different things you want to toss around as far as your business, and just leave you with some basic practical tools that you can begin implementing right away to, like I said, to grow your business, to improve your mental health, and to improve your spiritual health. So now let me just talk about the particulars. Again, this is a 4-day summit, So it's going to be May 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th. So it starts on a Saturday and it goes through Tuesday. So the levels, they're actually, I guess, quote unquote, 4 levels. The first one, when you register, that just allows you to be able to take a look at who the presenters are. I'm trying to make sure I'm getting this right. Where you can take a look at who the presenters are. The second level is your basic access. That's your basic access. Trying to see if I have my price points right here. The second one is your basic access, which is $19. Just got to find my notes here, y'all. And that $19 gets you an opportunity to view everyone's presentation, as well as have access to all of their free gifts. So again, the $19 gives you the basic access, which is to view everyone's presentation, and gives you access to their gifts. The next price point is the deluxe package, which is $39. Now for the $39, again, you get an opportunity to view everyone's presentation, receive everyone's free gift, and also have access to everyone's bonus. Because every presenter has a free gift and a bonus. Now the bonus is the higher price item. So I don't know, it could be, I don't know, maybe I'm just throwing something out there. Maybe it's a course, maybe it's a 3-week course. I'm just throwing something out there. And maybe the course is usually $200, let's just say, or $500 or whatever. But because you're part of this summit and you upgrade it, they are giving it to you for free. And again, I'm just throwing something out there, but I just want to make the distinction between the free gift and the bonus. So once you upgrade to the deluxe package, that will allow you to be able to see the presentation, have access to all of their free gifts as well as their bonus. Now, when you upgrade to the premium package, which is $59, what that allows you to do is everything that you could for the basic and the deluxe package. But what's added on is you now have an opportunity to go to the networking event, which will allow you to network with the other speakers. Well, the other speakers that upgraded into that, bought that package, as well as be able to network with the speakers. Okay, on an online platform, of course. And that way you can ask questions and, just that, dialogue. Okay, so that allows you to be able to do that. And also it allows you to have lifetime access to all of the presentations. Okay, so that's the third upgrade, the premium package. So it's a basic, deluxe, and premium. So just kind of, throwing that out there just to help you understand the logistics of everything. Okay, each presenter every day You have between 4 to 5 presenters, and within that given day, they will start at, I believe it's 6 a.m. and it goes to 10 p.m. And you can hear that person's presentation up until the end of that day. So if they've spoken already, you can listen to it, at that scheduled time, as well as after that, up until 10 p.m. But they have to have already spoken. Okay. You can't go on and hear a particular person and their actual scheduled time hasn't come yet. But once their scheduled time comes, you can double back to that video up until 10 p.m. that evening. And so that's the way it'll work every day. Okay. Unless, like I said, you upgrade to the premium package where you have lifetime access to the videos, to the live presentations. So your calendars should be marked by now. May 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th. All about the business. Virtual Summit is happening, ladies. It is happening. If you are a coach or a consultant, this is the place you need to be. Get you a pen and a pad. Sit down in a quiet, comfortable place in your home. Have you a nice cup of tea, coffee, wine, a little vodka, whatever you do, whatever you choose, and just relax and just take all the information in. Just take it all in and, take your notes, So it's a good opportunity. It's a good opportunity and you don't want to miss it. So mark your calendars. So, and I'm also going to have the link. I didn't put the link in here yet, but I will put the link in where you can go ahead and register. And when you go, you can actually, look at the site and see who's speaking, when they're speaking, and the topic that they're speaking on, as well as, I believe it'll let you see what their bonus is. I'm sorry, not the bonus, but what their free gift is. Yeah, what their free gift is. So check it out. You don't want to miss it. Okay, so mark your calendars. Again, my name is Jacqueline Kabah Harrison. You have joined me for Evening Motivation with Jackie, which happens every Tuesday and Thursday at 10-ish p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This particular evening, I just kind of wanted to talk a little bit about the summit because I am so excited about it. I mean, it's going to be awesome. It is going to be so awesome. I mean, it's such an awesome lineup, and I can't wait. So I had to talk to y'all a little bit about it. So definitely tell another coach, tag a coach, tell a consultant, tell a coach, tell a consultant, tag a coach, tag a consultant. Okay. Anybody that you know that would definitely be able to benefit from this type of summit. Okay. If you have any questions, please, let me know in the comments, or you can send me a private message. But at any rate, just let me know. Okay. Because if I don't know your question, I can't answer that. I cannot address it. Okay. So again, I do these summits quarterly. This one's a little different though. This one's going to have a little extra oomph to it. So, but you don't want to miss it. Okay. If you are a coach or a consultant, this is where you need to be. So mark it down and get ready. Okay. Get ready. Well, what the kids say now? Let's get it. Yeah. Let's get it. My son heard me saying that. He would have a fit. All right, y'all. So everyone have a wonderful evening. Thank you for those that joined live. Miss Tanya, thank you so much for your ongoing support. Tanya and I are going to be hanging out real soon. I'm going to be on her show. I'm really looking forward to it. But thank you, ladies. Thanks again, and have a good rest of the evening. What's left of it. I know Eastern Standard Time is bedtime for most people. So have a good evening. Thank you for joining, and I will talk to you all again on Thursday. Okay. Good night.